the diamond prices on an average are back to where they were in 2004.
Oh.
So I think there's this misnomer that a diamond will always go up in value. It won't. In about 2020, if of all the diamonds sold globally, about 2 to 2.5% were lab-grown diamonds.
Oh.
In 3 years, that number has already jumped to 10%. A 5-carat lab-grown diamond you can get for 6 to 7 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay. That same other C's all being same, right? So the cut, the clarity, the color, the same, that diamond, if I was to buy a natural diamond, would be I'd be lucky to get it for about 70 lakhs.
Hi guys, welcome to the yet another episode of Cut the Noise, where we talk about the latest trends in investment industry, financial news, or any other thing which excites our investors, our users, our audience. And today we are talking about a very important topic which is trending these days. It combines innovation, sustainability, and economic transformation. Any guesses? We are talking about lab-grown diamonds. Today we have Abhishek Goyal with us, our Chief Risk Officer. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you.
My first question to you is, how lab-grown diamonds are different from natural diamonds?
Prime Minister Modi recently went to the US, where he was hosted by President Biden, and he in fact gifted Jill Biden, who is the First Lady, a 7.5-carat diamond. But it was a lab-grown diamond. See, of course, everyone knows about natural diamonds. They are created in because of all the compression under the Earth's surface. Lab-grown diamonds, there are two ways that they are grown, and as it says, they are grown in a lab or in a factory setting, for that matter. There are two main technologies. One is called HPHT, which is high pressure, high temperature, and one is called CVD, which is carbon vaporization disruption technology. It's very interesting, but a lot of the natural diamonds are found in just the way, I guess, geography has worked. So there is a couple of issues that there is. One is that when typically when these natural diamonds are mined, there's a lot of exploitative labor. There is a lot of these countries are going through civil unrest. So, there's apne ek movie, there was a very famous movie with Leonardo DiCaprio called Blood Diamonds that came out. If you haven't, you must all watch it. And that was the point, right? So a lot of these are being used and then used to fund terror or fund these civil wars, etc. As the next generation and millennials and Gen Z are starting to become the buyers, I think these things are starting to play a very important role for them. Also, natural diamonds, to excavate them, there's a lot of water and a lot of the machinery takes so there's a lot of carbon impact that's released, so there's an environmental impact. Again, not for lab-grown diamonds. So I think these are some of, on a more larger scale, some of the bigger differences that are starting to peek into why people are starting to move towards lab-grown diamonds. And just to kind of put some numbers around it, in about 2020, if of all the diamonds sold globally, about 2 to 2.5% were lab-grown diamonds.
Oh.
In 3 years, that number has already jumped to 10%. So as you can see, there's a very fast growth and acceptance of these lab-grown diamonds.
So I have another question for you. Why people are accepting these lab-grown diamonds other than the natural impacts, environmental impacts? What are the other reasons behind it?
I think it started with that, and I think the other is, of course, there's a cost. A lab-grown diamond is about 80% cheaper than a natural diamond on a per carat basis. A 5-carat lab-grown diamond you can get for 6 to 7 lakhs. Okay. That same other C's all being same, right? So the cut, the clarity, the color, the same, that diamond, if I was to buy a natural diamond, would be I'd be lucky to get it for about 70 lakhs.
Oh, that's
so there's a huge price difference, and that's what started to happen. And in the US, the average diamond size when you get engaged is between 1 to 2 carats. And there's two other macroeconomic factors that happened. Of course, the US is going through a lot of the economy is going through its own struggles, and so is the Chinese economy. And these were the two largest buyer of diamonds. So as the people there are going through their own trouble, but देखो शादी सबने मतलब करनी है, the girl is expecting के engagement ring will have a diamond.
Yeah.
So then they started kind of moving towards lab-grown diamonds because of a function of the cost. And De Beers saw this. It's too powerful a force to stop. Lab-grown diamonds are here and they are here to stay. So they've started their own brand of lab-grown diamond rings also. Because of the shift to lab-grown and the slowdown in China and America, this industry is suffering. So the exports of these cut and polished diamonds from Surat is down about 30 to 35% this year.
In that case, I have another question. Why our government and our authorities are not working for natural diamonds? Instead, they are promoting the lab-grown diamonds. As you already said that there is 30 to 35% ka down in the Surat ka market.
I think my gut is that again it comes back to where the consumer is moving. So I must say that I think where the government is really doing an excellent job is that they are saying that maybe we cannot do much to promote natural diamond because eventually we are not the marketers or the neither are we the buyers and neither are we the marketers. So agar wo America ya China ki economy they are not buying, what do we do? So they are actually providing a lot of support to these same guys in Surat in terms of grants or export subsidies, etc. India is promoting CVD, and I think CVD is the better of, if you see two lab-grown diamonds, a CVD lab-grown diamond will be better than an HPHT lab-grown diamond. So I think the government is understanding that there is a shift, so they are moving by providing the industry in Surat the necessary tools to be a part of the shift so they can do it.
Do you think India can take lead in lab-grown diamonds, or how these increasing trend in lab-grown diamonds can impact the economy of India if we are working towards it?
I think it absolutely can. I think India can take the lead, and I think this gesture of the Prime Minister is a very strong signal that India wants to take the lead. And I know, reading that India is working, or the government is working very closely with some of these with the factories in Surat to provide them the necessary tools to become the leader in lab-grown diamonds.
So I have last question for you. I read somewhere that the lab-grown diamonds will not hold their value in future, like if we want to resell them, just like in the case of natural diamonds. What do you think about it?
So I tend to disagree with that statement, and I'll tell you, I think even the diamond prices on an average are back to where they were in 2004.
Oh.
So I think there's this misnomer that a diamond will always go up in value. It won't. And I think the same thing with lab-grown diamonds. So I think it's very important for our viewers to know that it's not necessarily that diamond prices are always going to go up. And I think the same thing with lab-grown diamonds. So I don't think that holding the value is going to be something that will be there. In fact, lab-grown diamonds will further hurt the price, but if you ever go back and try and sell a diamond, वो कभी बिकता नहीं. आप अपने local jeweler के पास भी चले जाओ, वो कभी वापस खरीदता नहीं. When they have to sell it, they'll give you another story. But when you have to go and buy it back, it's not like that.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. It was a very insightful session. Guys, if you have any doubts, any questions regarding the diamond industry, lab-grown diamonds trend or whatsoever, drop in your comments in the comment box below, and we'll see you in the next video. Investments in debt securities are subject to risks. Read all the offer-related documents carefully.